DonInLondon, hello. July 8th, 2009, coming up to 9:30 in the morning. A bit late doing my video. And they're all about recovery from addiction to either substance or behaviour. And I always say that at the beginning, just in case you get one of these out of order, or wonder what on earth this person's talking about. I am talking about how to recover from addiction to either substance or behaviour. And we all find a way, a path to sobriety, hopefully, somewhere, somehow. And for me, one of the places I ended up was what is called the Last Chance Saloon, and also boot camp, a rehabilitation centre here in London, which doesn't exist anymore. It was closed down for whatever reason, and all sorts of rumours obviously fly about why there's a rehab shut down when there's so many in demand. You know, there's so many addicts out there still trying to get sober. So my substance, alcohol, my behaviour, trying to be perfect, never so, but I was trying to be whatever you wanted me to be, and gently over the last, I suppose, few years I've started to learn how to be me and how to find out who I am on a daily basis. And the Fellowship of AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, I go there for experience, strength and hope, and to get a bit of wisdom, and hopefully I get one meeting a day. It's a very small price to pay if you're looking for a reward. And actually the fellowship provides not so much a reward but a way of life, how to live, how to be oneself. And there are 12 steps of action which are based on suggestions, not edicts. And these suggestions are around being open, honest and willing to change our attitude and our behaviour. The Fellowship of AA, there are no spokespersons for it. I do not speak for it either. I just share my experience, strength and hope around what it does for me, and it keeps me on track to being sober for one thing, a life plan, one day long. So when I go to a fellowship meeting, the preamble is shared, a statement of what is AA, and I share it here so that if you're new and are wondering what to do to get into recovery, is a combination of family, community, society, professional help, and maybe a fellowship. And sometimes it suits people, sometimes it doesn't suit people, and there are many, many ways to keep sober. But there is one real one, and that is just don't take the first drink, and then life will occur, and we can get more interested in it, be more included, be a part of, rather than excluded, isolated, and fearing everything. So the AA statement of intent, if you like, goes like this. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women who share their experience, strength and hope with each other, that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We are self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organisation or institution, does not wish to engage in any controversy. Neither endorses nor opposes any causes. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. And in that last sentence, I guess I do these videos for two reasons. First is to settle me into reflecting on what I can do today. This is like my morning meditation. I'm doing some readings from the AA literature. And I also need to remind myself always that AA is full of unique, authentic people. And if we're lucky, we have a unique, authentic life, and we are able to develop our outlook and identity in a way which is rich and meaningful, rather than superficial and indifferent. So the fellowship cherishes change and sobriety and finding ways to do that. And that's what we do. We share experience, strength and hope, and how we keep sober a day at a time. And what a gift that can be. So I'm lucky. I'm just lucky for today that I am part of something which is keeping me on track, my own track, unique, authentic path. So if you're going to AA for any other reason, to be told what to do or to be directed, people aren't allowed to do that, really. It's all about suggestions which can be helpful. And if you get instructions on how to do anything and you're an addict, you'll rebel against them straight off. And how did we ever get to AA? Because we couldn't stop doing something harmful through self-will and obsession and not being able to stop. So this illness or disease, as it is known, is one of perception as much as the physical demand that is made on our bodies for more and more alcohol to have the same effect it used to have. So it's no wonder we all get trapped in it. And there is a statistic that people share to say that AA is no use, and they say that 95% who go to AA don't stay the course, and why should they if they have something better to do? So part of it is that, and the other thing is AA is full of people, ordinary people, just trying to be sober. So if you're looking to be fixed, as if it were a medical centre, you will find it won't help you one jot. It's all about making our personal choices, bearing in mind what we are trying to do. So there are no magic cures, and there isn't an easier, softer way for me. And you know what? I like going to AA. It helps me greatly keep my day on track. And it's July 8th, so in these daily reflections, July is the 7th month, and I talk about the 7th step, which is the shortcomings we want to improve. And for me, my shortcomings often came under 3 headings, and that was faith, courage, and confidence, or self-esteem. So I'm looking to improve my courage, my faith, and confidence on a daily basis, rather than get stuck in my defects, which are fear, brave-facing, and ego. So it's like a balancing act, it's like a seesaw. If I have a step 6 day, it's all about the defects, fear, brave face, ego. And if I'm having a step 7 day, it's more about faith, courage, and confidence. And somewhere, not at the extremes, is a balance where there will be a bit of fear, there will be a bit of brave facing, and there will be, I don't know, a bit of fear. And at the same time, a little bit of courage, faith, and confidence. So we can have step 6 and step 7 days, if you like. But it is a psychic change of attitude and behaviour. And that's as much as I want to say about that right now. Anyway, an ever-growing freedom, it says here in the daily reflections. It says the 7th step is where we make the change in our attitude, which permits us, with humility as our guide, to move out from ourselves towards others and toward God, or good conscience. So it's about inclusion, being a part of, love or fellowship, and having enough choice. When I finally asked God to remove those things blocking me from Him and the sunlight of Spirit, I embarked on a journey more glorious than I ever imagined. I experienced a freedom from those characteristics that had me wrapped up in myself. Because of this humbling step, I feel clean. I am especially aware of this step because I am now able to be useful to God and to my fellows. I know that He has granted me strength to do His bidding and has prepared me for anyone and anything that comes my way today. I am truly in His hands, and I give thanks for the joy that I can be useful today. And that thing of joy that I can be useful today, I don't know if it was Freud, but someone mentioned Freud, and he said, 3 things about human beings which are important: to love, be loved, and have something useful to do. And with a bit of courage, faith, and confidence, we can get on a bit better, I suspect. But sometimes progress is 1 step forward, 2 steps back, 2 steps forward and 100 steps back, because we are human and we can only do so much. And being human, we will not be perfect. So, coming on to As Bill Sees It, you can read as many pages as you like of this until you feel serene, I guess, or overwhelmed with wanting to do the right thing. And it says here, page 145, to take responsibility. Learning how to live in the greatest peace, partnership and brotherhood with all men and women, of whatever description, is a moving and fascinating adventure. But every AA has found that he can make little headway in this new adventure of living until he backtracks and really makes an accurate and unsparing survey of the human wreckage he has left in his wake. The readiness to take the full consequences of our past acts and to take responsibility for the well-being of others at the same time is the very spirit of step 9, which is making amends as and when we can without harming others. But it does rely on a lot of open, honest and willing behaviour, and having the backing up, if you like, of a fellowship of people who have remained sober for a little while at least. So, in good, I suppose, we're in good company. We've got to the last chance saloon, the very last, I suppose, gasper knows that there is a way out of this if we give ourselves time, try not to fix ourselves, and let wisdom be absorbed. And I've run out of time, so the serenity prayer: God, or in good conscience, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change today, courage to change the things I can today, and just for today, wisdom to know the difference. More later.